We bought all the leftover candy from a local church camp and we handed it out at a lock-in. With lights down and the sermon halfway through, one of the youth leaders yelled that they were maggots in their candy. As the lights went up, 100 kids looked at the candy they were eating in the dark, and all of it was crawling with maggots.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I have never seen so many kids puke at one time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Youth Group Chronicles. Welcome back for people who listen regularly, and welcome for the first time. If you have not listened to the show ever, we're happy to have you.
Yeah.
Welcome
Thanks for
to
joining
my
us.
Special guests, John Cuomo and Isaiah Smallwood. How's it going, guys?
What's up, everybody? Isaiah's
going to stay silent for this episode.
If you're listening, Isaiah's face is defiant and, I don't know, I would say chiseled a little bit.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Chiseled?
Chiseled.
I love you. I've been trying to chisel my jaw.
You have more.
If this is your first time listening to the show, my special guests today are going to blind react to youth ministry stories. And if you're listening to the show and you would like to send in some stories that you think would be a fit, ygchronicles@gmail.com is where you can send them. So definitely send them in. Let's see here. We will start with some email submissions from people that have sent them in.
I always get the first one. There's just like a special.
The first ones are normally pretty good.
They got to set the precedence.
Yes.
Right.
This is not youth group related. It's still church related. But I believe they were in youth ministry, just not when this happened. It's still very funny. We're going to allow it. I don't normally, but this one was too good not to share. Every spring, my church raises money for a local pregnancy center. This particular year, it was very special because they were going to buy a sonogram system to show the new mother the baby in hopes that they would keep it and not terminate the pregnancy. Well, I was in charge of announcing to the church that we raised over $1,500 for this organization. And when I got up, I accidentally told everyone in the congregation that I was excited to announce that we raised over $1,500 for Planned Parenthood.
Yes, you did.
I didn't realize what I said until I saw everyone's faces and my husband, who was trying to mouth to me the correct name of the organization.
Bless his heart.
Needless to say, I did not do announcements for a long time after that.
Oh
Hey,
my
man.
gosh. Oh. As soon as she said it, well, actually, she didn't know. Oh my gosh, that would be so embarrassing. Everyone's just looking at you like, no, that's the wrong, not that.
Not that one.
Somebody was like,
Hold up.
wait.
That's one of those where you're like, yep. Oh, whoa, wait.
They
What?
were like, yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
praise the Lord.
Wait,
Hold up.
my tithe did what? I gave for this.
Poor lady. I feel bad. I feel bad for her.
What? What'd you say?
I said that's funny. Is that
I'm
what
out here sowing seeds for people to.
Oh my gosh. See, you fall just short
I
of
really
saying
can't,
like the full on inappropriate
oh
sentence.
My gosh,
You just fall a hair short of it.
Oh my gosh.
We're left to fill in the blank.
And you know what the blank is. So take it and run with it.
Andy K. They sent this in via Instagram. This is my friend's greatest youth ministry fail. He's the youth pastor of a small rural church. I hate that word.
Yeah.
With a youth group of about 10 kids max.
Jeez.
And they wanted to do a lock-in, being bi-vocational. He already had about a 12-hour day in the warehouse before the event and he was wiped.
Bivocational. These words are great.
It took me a second.
So he had the not-so-bright idea to pick up some low-dose melatonin gummies and mix them in with the normal ones. Needless to say, after the kids started dropping like flies, he also crashed. But one of the kids woke up and found the bottle that the youth pastor had distributed to all the kids.
Oh.
Let's just say he had a very rough meeting with the senior pastor and the parents.
Oh my gosh. What is...
In no way, shape, or form is that okay.
For those who don't know, he drugged the kids, basically. That's essentially
No.
what happened.
Here's what would be funny.
That's
Here's what would
not
be so
even funny.
If kids couldn't stay awake, so they're all passing out all
That's
over.
what the goal was.
That's
That's
not
what happened.
okay.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you think that? How do you go through? I'm sorry, we're really roasting this guy. Sorry.
No,
Andy,
no,
more like
no.
Andy, not okay.
No.
Yeah, because his name was Andy K.
Well,
I'm a
it was
dad,
his
so I make
friends.
lots of
It was
dad
his
jokes.
friends. His friend's greatest fail.
Yeah, but
It was
he
my
knew it
friend
was
too.
happening.
Yeah.
And he's got to put it.
It's probably Andy.
Especially since it was on Instagram. So it's like he
He
had to
found the
put.
story on
He was like, "Oh yeah,
Instagram.
my friend." this thing. That's like the classic.
Babe,
I
they're gonna
am
roast
too
me. What
innocent
should I
to
say?
even think that, but you might be right, Andy.
He said,
If this
"Babe,
is you,
what
buddy."
should I say? First of all,
Do you guys know Andy?
No,
No.
It was just someone that.
Yeah, someone
found
wrote it in.
no,
Oh, nice, okay.
that's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
If I ever find, oh my gosh, nah.
I've never taken melatonin, so I don't know if it like really knocks you out that bad. But
I don't think I've taken melatonin, but I took like Dramamine, but it was the drowsy kind I didn't know.
Yeah.
We went on a cruise ship for our honeymoon, and I was like, I feel like I'm going to get sick to my stomach. I normally get car sick. So I was like popping these things, and I couldn't figure out why I had to take like 3 naps a day. I was like, I am normally not this tired. Turns out drowsy Dramamine.
Oh my
and I even
gosh.
asked at Walmart when we went, I was like, hey, like I need non-drowsy. The guy like jinxed me or something. He probably did it on purpose.
it's probably because it was from Walmart. I bet.
Probably. He probably didn't know what he was talking about.
That's why people don't trust the church, man. I'm
still on-
actually infuriated.
I
by
think
that.
Isaiah's got the right thing. man.
That's crazy to
Yeah,
me.
don't
bro.
drug kids if you're listening
That's
to
so
this.
wild.
Yep.
Andy.
Bro, we love you.
Tell
but
your
that's
friend
wild, bro.
quit drugging kids.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
crazy.
just never have a lock-in.
Yeah.
Has anyone had a lock-in that would be like, that was so awesome? I feel like no.
No, I have
you
not.
ever been to a lock-in that was like, this was...
Yeah, actually.
Oh, really? And you
yeah.
had fun?
Yeah, I had a blast. So like it was called a 30-hour famine. So like
Oh,
we
nice. fasted
fasted
I've heard of those.
for 30 hours and we were inside of this like church, but they let us go out into the community and we did like scavenger hunts and stuff like that. We were doing it to raise money to send to people who were less fortunate overseas. So we were trying to raise money to send over like, you know, money for food and things like that. So we had a 30-hour famine and they fed us at the end of it. It was mad cool. Like we
Nice, that's
literally
cool.
stayed overnight. It was mad cool, bro.
Well, I've never been.
Yeah.
I would
I've
say
been my
it was
my
fire.
personal experience.
Yeah,
They
we
didn't
only, we
feed
do
us-
only
they
hear
didn't
like
feed us drugs though. You know,
we only hear like
Props
the
to
rough
crazy.
stories from
It's like the
lock-ins,
base level.
but I've heard enough lock-in stories to know that I would.
Yeah,
never do
no,
one.
I mean,
yeah, not now.
I'm not gonna be a part of one. I'm not gonna like
Yeah.
do one, but to be like participating in it, to be a youth kid, it was one of the greatest experiences
That's
of my
awesome.
life. Like really, I
A
loved
very
it.
wholesome moment on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Not
Yeah.
many of those. All right, this is from Devin
I mean, yeah, you just
Coombs.
hear about somebody almost.
What'd you say?
Drugging
Oh.
children.
One of my most embarrassing youth group stories was my first time at summer camp.
Lock in here, buddy. Lock in. His first time at summer camp.
We just
up?
arrived right before club, which is where we sing songs, play games, and then the speaker gives a message. What I didn't realize...
They call it club.
yeah, they call it club.
That is culty.
What I didn't
You
realize...
come to club tonight?
I feel like it's like
You gonna be at club? What is it? An acronym for Christ loves under.
under. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say? What were you?
I don't want to know what he was about to say.
Christ loves. There's a couple
Never mind.
things.
Never mind. What does club stand for, and why? Why can't we just call it church?
It wasn't. It was camp. It was like their chapel.
Chapel is another word for church.
Okay, whatever.
Can we just
He
say
really
church?
wants
Anyway.
to, I think he really wants
I'm
to
sorry.
Anyway.
I'm so sorry, bro. I really apologize.
fine.
It's so funny.
I'm
What-
just infuriated this episode. Like I don't know why
There are
we
some
can't.
episodes where he'll be
TikTok.
mad for like 48 hours. He'll be like, I'm still mad
I've
about
never
that.
been.
And that's
actually,
why
that's not a lie.
he doesn't listen to the podcast.
You actually get petty about the show.
Yes, I
I
definitely.
don't remember
did.
what it was, but you got petty about
Yeah,
something.
I got upset.
So she said, what I didn't realize was that apparently all the kids will pack around the doors excitedly, waiting to get into the club room to get to the front of the stage. So as soon as the time came for the doors to open, the kids came flooding in through the door to try and get to the front. But this was my first time at camp, so I had no idea and was standing near the doors expecting a chill night. Fast forward to when the doors opened, it was a mad rush to get to the front. Kids were sprinting in, barely fitting through the double doors. But as I neared the double doorway, one of the doors got closed. So now there's just a bunch of kids trying to cram through one side of the doorway instead of both being open. I got pushed through the doorway, and to preface, I'm like barely 5 feet and I'm a 14-year-old girl. The next thing I know, I get pushed to the ground and there's about what feels like 20 to 30 kid pile up on top of me. In the midst of the chaos,
This is how people die, bro.
plus the added pressure now on top of me, my body betrays me and I quickly realize I peed myself.
Oh man.
Morti-
Come on.
Mortified, I look up to see my youth leader make eye contact with me and grab my hand to pull me out. So now there's these kids who are still piled up who are all laying in my pee. I sprint to the cabin beyond embarrassed, and I miss the rest of the night.
This poor
Hey,
girl.
what happens at club stays at club. So I don't think you should know this.
I feel like clubs maybe like, I don't know, like a foreign thing. I don't even
I
know.
literally hate the word.
I wish I could give this girl a hug. Like that's just the worst.
I do feel a little
She got
bad.
pushed through the door by what? I'm just trying to be sweet. She's like got pushed through the door. She's excited. She doesn't know what she's 14 years old. And she
Yeah,
peed
14-year-olds.
herself. And she got dragged by the youth pastor out through like a puddle of pee. Also, what is going on?
These
with
kids are getting up talking about some.
Are they zombies? Like
What is this?
Why are they packing through the door? And then why? I'm sorry, I'm ranting here. Why did we not just open the other door when
That's a
kids
great
were, like,
question.
Packing through.
He's like, oh, let's let them all
Hold
go through
on.
one door.
So many things.
A better question: why did she move? Why did she get out the way?
We are not victim
Why
blaming on
didn't
this
we get out?
podcast.
Why didn't we get out the way?
She was trampled,
She said,
Isaiah. I do not subscribe to that. No. She is the victim in this scenario.
What happens at club, man? Club's a dangerous thing. If you go to a club, or if you go to club,
Yeah,
you
not
better know.
a club.
You better
You
know
go
what you're
to
getting into,
club.
or halfway getting into,
Or halfway
because there's
getting
only
into.
one door. Narrow is the way to club. Nah, honestly, bro, envision it.
No, you can't. You can't laugh at that.
It's not their fault.
But it is
It
kind
is
of funny.
absolutely their fault.
How?
Why are you?
She was inside.
Why are you zombie rushing like you're from World War Z?
Because
into
they were
club?
excited to get to the front of club, even though we can't say church. Like, I'm just still upset about this.
I kind of like it.
No, I despise this. I really do.
You're going in there, so you're like, well, I got to be first at the foosball table. I don't want to get
no,
people
to
to
the
get
front
ping-pong in
for
front of me.
worship.
It was their service.
It's
Oh,
like
their service?
It's
They stand outside.
bro.
Okay,
no, because we do this
Actually,
every
at
year.
conference, yeah, you're
you know
right.
what I mean.
We
So
do.
like we have over 1,000
I'm starting to
kids
understand a little more.
running to the front. If a youth leader, she was inside already. If a youth leader is standing in the way, you see what's coming and move.
So,
Yeah.
this girl,
He should have told her.
She said it was her first time.
Nah,
she had
bro.
no idea what was happening, and she just
Brother-
like made her way through the door, and then trampled.
Pissed herself.
Oh wait,
She was a kid.
What?
word? That's what we're gonna say.
That's a pretty good summation.
Okay,
That's the
hold
way.
on. I'm sorry. I misread or I misheard it. I thought she was already inside,
No, she was trying to
but
get
she
in.
was trying to get
She was
inside.
just kind of going with the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then, hey, little girl.
That's what I'm saying.
Little girl. My apologies. You're probably old now. I'm sorry. Okay. This is the
Old?
first time I've ever apologized on the show.
No,
big
it's
moment.
not.
No, it's the
It's
first
not?
time to someone. Isn't
Okay.
it?
I don't know. I'll go listen back. I'm sure.
I love you.
I think we need another story for
I
our
love you.
systems.
All right, Andrew Johnson. These are embarrassing youth ministry stories here. Andrew Johnson said, my most embarrassing youth ministry story was when I was at our national youth conference for the first time with my students. I went to the restroom and decided to scroll on my phone while on the toilet, except I didn't realize my urine was going over the toilet onto the back of my pants until it was far too late. So I had to drive back to the hotel, shower, and change my drenched pants.
Okay.
I've done that.
I mean, who
done the
hasn't?
same
As a
thing,
man
dude.
who hasn't.
We've all done this.
As a man who hasn't.
All right, we have to
We've
put out
all-
a poll now. Everyone here has done it. So
yeah,
I'm
I've
sure.
definitely done it.
It's the worst moment. I
You
don't
only
remember.
do it once. You only do it
Only
once.
once.
Only once.
And then every time you prepare for
You're
it.
double checking.
Literally, you prepare for it. Yeah,
Right.
most definitely.
Well, I mean, listen, you drench your pants in your own urine. That's like one thing that you're like, I'm gonna double.
Yo,
check
honestly,
next time.
because of this show, literally because of the show, I now carry a change of clothes in my car.
yeah,
Because
absolutely.
of stories I've heard. I have socks,
Absolutely.
shoes, shorts, shirt,
Absolutely.
sweatshirt,
'Cause you
pants,
never know.
everything in my car,
Absolutely.
in my car and my wife's car, because you
Absolutely.
never know.
Okay. All right.
probably smart.
I think you're going too far with your wife's car too.
No, well, imagine if we drive to church in the family car and
Oh,
my
yeah.
car with my
Okay.
clothes is at home.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
You
Come
seem
on,
like a- you
bro.
seem like a prepper. Are you-
There was one
are you
time.
I
like
was
a-
never a prepper until some guy crapped his pants in front of all. I mean, there's another story that we read on an episode together, right? The guy with the milkshake
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was not that story that made me do it. It was the one I read with Pastor Chad and I think it was Antonio. This guy was playing Ultimate Frisbee, and he had IHOP that morning, and he was like, okay, I'll be right back, guys. Went to the outhouse, but it was locked because of COVID.
IHOP.
Oh.
And then downhill from there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so sad. I'd be panicking in my heart.
Oh, go search TikTok for that one. It is something.
I will have to.
It's it is one of the longest stories ever submitted to the show. It was a Google document he had to send. That's how long it was. It's worth it.
That's awesome.
All right.
I'll have to listen.
If you have stories that you want to send into the show, ygchronicles@gmail.com. Send them in. We'd love to have you maybe just get featured on an episode. This is a story from Kyle E. He said, one time while preaching a science series for youth group, I said God made orgasms instead of organisms.
He did.
But he made both.
He did.
He made both things. I would have just moved
I'd have been like, well, I'm not wrong.
Praise the Lord. He made those too.
And all the parents said, woo.
Joel Young said, one time I was on stage doing announcements for youth group, and I accidentally said piss the kig rather than the intended kiss the pig contest.
Kiss. Wait. Can you say it again?
He said piss the kig instead of kiss the pig contest.
Wait, what is it? What is it? Kiss the pig?
I don't want to know what a kiss the pig contest is.
I'm really over
Hold up.
churchisms or whatever. First things first. Oh God.
Kiss the pig meaning whether or not a student or teacher is well liked, it's clear that the person who
it sounds like spin the bottle a little bit.
A loser.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just reading that. I probably shouldn't do that. I was reading.
We've actually had to Google stuff on this show. It is very funny.
Well,
Do you know what a kiss the pig? Does anyone know what that is?
Google
No.
is free.
They may have made Google is so
free.
no.
Google is
Google is so free.
It's
Google
so
is
free.
So free.
All right, moving right along here. We have another story. This is from Tony Brom. He said, my first youth group trip as a youth pastor, I had a student hang out of the church van window driving down the interstate and started shooting road signs with a paintball gun.
Okay.
I was driving behind them in my car and called the adult and told him very firmly to get the student in a seatbelt and no more paintball gun.
Very, very firmly. He screamed at him, "Get him inside."
Why was there a paintball gun on the trip is what I want to know.
That
for
is the
one.
most youth thing that could possibly ever happen.
Hanging out the passenger window.
Honestly, that's hilarious.
I would think it was funny and dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. Please
I
don't do
wouldn't
that.
want my kid doing it, but
Don't do that.
Someone else would do it.
Somebody else's kid? That's
Somebody-
crazy. I didn't say.
If you have stories, remember, you can send them in, guys. ygchronicles@gmail.com.
Please.
Actually, tell them about our thing, Isaiah.
Oh, yeah. We want to come meet you. We want to be at your function. If you're having a conference, watch. This is what we could do. Hey, John.
What's up?
So I know that you go to church in location, and I see that you guys have a conference coming up. We'd love, as Youth Group Chronicles, to be there with you.
Live,
literally blind reacting.
we would basically
to
do
videos.
a 20, 25-minute segment of Youth Group Chronicles at your church's event on stage. Isaiah and I will go, and we will bring stories if they need to be proofed by someone, that might need to be done.
Totally fine.
Probably just to make them family.
you know me.
That concept
Yes.
is so fun.
Yeah, so
No,
we'll
it's
come
gonna be
live.
so much- yeah,
We'll
it's gonna
actually
be a
do
lot
a
of fun.
recording at your event. So if that's something
I'd
you want,
love
yeah,
to meet you guys.
I think it would be a blast.
if we had merch, bro. I'd love to be there and be a part of whatever
sure.
you got going on. Sam knows how to play guitar. I know how to sing. You might get us to do a song. I don't know, something like that.
no.
But
Why?
a live song.
Email us
Sam's
then
like, I'm
if
so
you're
unprepared.
actually seriously interested.
'cause we want to do that.
ygchronicles@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We would love to be at your event.
Legit, the
I think it's
energy
a
would be
crazy cool concept. This is from Beth White. Beth said, one time my phone auto-corrected my last name from White to whore just before I hit send to a mass text.
Missed it by that much,
By
man.
that much, guys.
To a mass text going out to my entire youth group and all their parents. I had such a wave of panic. My hands went numb. Thankfully, I caught it just before sending.
Hey guys, it's Beth. Just want to let you know that we got a youth function tomorrow night. Sincerely, Beth Orr. Oh my gosh, that poor girl.
Yes.
That would have been Also, was it Betty White that's in that one?
Wow, actually, that's crazy.
That's
R.I.P.
close.
Betty White.
Yeah.
Moment in
Angel.
silence.
All right. This is from.
Oh, no, that's so disrespectful.
No.
That's so
Did you say
disrespectful.
moment of silence? My bad. My bad.
He did.
I did not.
Listen,
Did
we'll
not
just-
hear you say
we'll just
that,
take
and then
one
I
of the,
realized what you
We'll
said.
just take one of the 150 moments of silence that we've had on the podcast.
I feel
before.
so
waiting
rude.
for Isaiah to react.
That was like a millisecond of silence.
Is that all right?
Betty
Next
White
story
jerk.
is.
All right. Our
What
next
a
story.
jerk.
That's crazy. That's actually
Sorry, Betty
funny.
White. My apologies.
Hey, Betty White, man, we love you.
Actually, this Todd Petty. Here's my most embarrassing youth ministry story. We bought all the leftover candy from a local church camp at the end of their season for our youth group, and we handed it out at a lock-in. With lights down and the sermon halfway through, kids had been chomping down on this candy for some time. Until one of the youth leaders yelled that they were maggots in their candy. As the lights went up, 100 kids looked at the candy they were eating in the dark, and all of it was crawling with maggots.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I have never seen so many kids puke at one time.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You gotta sue. You really gotta sue. Like, you really gotta sue.
Oh my goodness. That is so gross.
Yeah.
That is so disgusting. How did you not? Oh my gosh. I have no words. That is insane.
What? Bro, my
How do you
soul.
not?
My soul would leave my body.
What? Dude, what, maggots don't taste bad?
How
You're
did they not know?
chomping down on their like mini Snickers and maggots. Oh, so gross.
That is disgusting.
That is so gross.
Bro, nah, man. No.
Some water. It's so disgusting.
That would
There's
probably.
expiration dates on everything.
I would
well,
probably
On
never.
everything.
Yo, they said that they bought it from like some.
It was
camp.
like they bought it from a church camp at the end of their season. It
That's
was like
the worst thing.
budget cuts.
That's the
don't know
worst.
what to
I know,
say,
the
but-
How did this church
worst.
not just donate the candy to another church?
That's
Like,
I don't
so
know.
crazy.
you gotta pay.
Can you imagine paying
Bro,
for it too?
Nah, not maggots. I'm ingesting maggots. Bro, that's Bro, no. Bro, I'm done. I'm not going to church no more.
Honestly, I wouldn't be done too. I'd be like,
Literally, I'm not going
no
to
more.
church
Can you
no more.
imagine? Can you imagine that youth leader talking to his pastor like, "Hey,
We have a problem."
Something happened, and all these kids ate maggots. I don't have time to explain, but they all ate maggots, and there's a lot of vomit in the sanctuary. Now we're gonna have to go clean it up.
Honestly, imagine how many kids just hurled right there.
I would have.
I mean, you should. You probably should not be eating maggots. You should probably get that out of your system.
Yes. So, all right, we'll end it. We'll end it there. That was a
Also,
good one to end it
kudos
on.
to the whistleblower.
Only like 30 minutes late, but
Like
yeah.
like the youth group leader who's just like, maggots!
Right. He's like, bro,
Like, you could just be like, oh.
what type of Snickers? What type of Snickers did you buy from them? This tastes.
What is this? What is this?
Oh my gosh!
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up.
crazy.
I can't believe we have to end on that.
I know.
one.
I like
Were
ending
they
on it.
alive?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They had to be alive.
Oh, God.
Anyway, if you have stories that you want to send in, ygchronicles@gmail.com, guys.
You're right.
ygchronicles@gmail.com. Check
just
us
do your
out. You guys are going to be talking about this for a week. Check us out on Instagram, YG Chronicles. I will say thank you to you guys, even though you're not really speechless. You're just in agony over there.
Oh my gosh! I just can't imagine like crunching.
Oh, they don't crunch. They're mushy.
That had to be disgusting.
But they were eating the candy. They're munching down on candy.
Yeah,
How did
imagine hearing
I don't know.
100 little kids just open them candy bars, talking just mad happy. They're just like chomping down while they're getting a salvation story, right?
Oh my gosh!
And then this youth leader's just like, "Oh God, stop, maggots, maggots!"
right.
Oh, like, bro, nah, that's crazy.
Like I thought it was coconut. No, those are maggots.
That is so gross.
Sorry, we can't get off. We can't get off.
Oh,
Send in your stories.
Yes.
Hopefully,
Guys,
send in the stories.
no.
If you have a story that involves ingesting maggots, just keep it. Just keep it.
Please.
Anyway.
Say something different.
We are officially signing off.
See you guys.
Peace.